You know what you notice when you travel up and down the country a lot, chums, is the fact that just how badly run certain areas of the country are. And when you go across the United Kingdom, sadly, so many are in neglect. You know, valued places, particularly when you go somewhere like a seaside resort and you think this really needs painting and it could be just wonderful. You know, I mean, what happened to all of our town gardens? Why have they all been concreted over? It can't be the fact that they can't find the staff. There are many people that could be doing that work voluntary. And there are many groups up and down the country that do that work voluntary with special in bloom competitions and stuff like that. So it's always really disheartening to find that a town council seemingly is not proud of its own heritage. Step forward this one. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. You all right? I'm all right, thank you very much. Nice to have your company. And as ever, welcome one and all. And you know what I mean when you go to old places, particularly I was talking to someone the other day, and I remember being very young at school and waiting for buses. And by the bus stop, there used to be these wonderful flower beds. And for a while, I even contemplated becoming a gardener for the council because I thought, what a nice job being out in the sunshine all day and the fresh air and just doing something that's very tranquil. A lot of hard work though, because it's talent to make these things look good. But you know what I mean? Just a job where you think, wow, that's not a bad life, is it? You know, and to be paid for it as well. Seemingly now though, all of that's out the window because, well, apparently after the recent Unite the Kingdom march, well, everybody's just totally far right. What people don't understand is it's on both sides of the coin. If you don't like it, don't attend. And of course, the opposite side, if you don't like the other side. But when I go around buildings now, particularly in places, you know, high government office buildings, you see virtually every single flag but your own. What I find fascinating also is those cheap supermarkets, and I don't mean that derogatory, but you know, the discounted supermarkets, they're all the ones with the Union Jack flags on their carrier bags. Yet nobody kicks off about that, do they? No, because you know, money conquers all in the end. If they can get some cheaper food in Lidl or Aldi, oh yeah, they'll just do it, you know? And they slap the Union Jack flag on any brand they think they can to sell the product. You see, it's totally different though if you live in the nice area of Sandhurst in the United Kingdom. What a mess this is. You see, the town council have now decided, get this right, brace yourselves, that, well, apart from one man, a very brave man who stood forward and said that they should have a permanent flag flying from the council offices of the Union Jack permanently. Well, apparently he was voted down. And the reason why is, this is the stuff where you think mental illness is running that particular area, right? Now, the reason being is apparently it can trigger people. Not everybody likes it, and it's not, well, it's not inclusive. You know, the usual claptrap that they come out with. Well, there's a couple of points that I would say, you know. It's just, well, a minority of people, and they have, whether they've been voted in or forced their way in or not. But what I would say to the people of Sandhurst is simply this. If you would like to see the flag flown from your own council building on a permanent level, remember, people forget this, right? You pay those people's salaries. End of. Right? They are your masters. So if you don't want to pay your council tax or you want to deduct a little piece from that, you can put in a note saying the reason why, and then you want that debated on a bigger scale. People just conform and really walk over here. You know, they allow themselves to do that. You don't always have to give in. There are other ways. Yes, it can be very hard. Yes, we've all got jobs and children and all that sort of stuff, and it can engulf you. But if you don't want these things to be lost forever, you really have to fight for it. And if you think about it, and this is what I always place this on, what about all those brave men and women of the 2 world wars that gave so much, including many lost lives, simply for us to have that sort of freedom? If you don't fight back, it's weasels like this that on a flick of a pen just say, oh no, we don't want it, could trigger them. It didn't trigger those brave men and women going to the front line fighting for you, many never coming back and many never seeing their families again. You must place that in your mind each and every time somebody wants to wipe away your history. Anybody else agree? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.